He tried to get a good RX card and I said, no, that won't work on this one. So I told him just to.
Yeah, they're not for sure if it's going from the dot side, no, I want to do that. I mean, because the doctor's office will contact them, I know it's not a scam.
Right.
Welcome, everybody. Before I call this meeting to order, I'd like to take a moment to ask for help from above. Heavenly Father, we pray for your guidance in our decisions in hopes that they will be in the best interest of our town and for the people that we represent. Amen.
Amen.
I now call the July 15th, 2025 Darmstadt Town Council meeting to order. Thank you all for coming. And please stand. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everybody. Has everybody received a copy of the meeting, minutes from the last meeting?
Yes, I think I'm motion to approve.
All right, I have a motion to. All in favor, say aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Financial reports, if we have a chance to take a look at that. And
Motion to approve.
all right, got a motion to approve the financial reports. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Cecil seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Bills since the last meeting. Has everybody had a chance to take a look at that? I think we're all facing these people.
Yes, I'll make the motion to pay those.
All right. Yeah. Okay, got a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Clerk Treasurer.
I did submit our pre-budget report that was due by June 30th on Gateway, and then we're working on our regular full budget for 2026. We did receive our property tax revenues last month. I sent you guys all the totals. We got 147,000 for the town, and we've got 23,000 in paid sewer liens, which is really good. I think we had about 14 sewer liens that were out. So those came in, and I was finally able to pay the bond payment for the land, which was 75,000 out of the bond fund. So now it's back down to, I think it's got 34,000 in it now. And the sewer utility, the sewer bills brought in 65,300 last month, and we spent 72,900. Year to date, we've brought in 374,000, and we've spent 453,000. But 263,000 of what was spent all went to Evansville Sewer for the mag meter charge. The last 3 months of the mag meters, have been sporadic all over the board. We had the all-time record-setting high when it hit $51,000 in 1 month. But now it dropped to 37,000 last month, and then this most recent one is 24,000.
That highest one too is the 4 million gallons, wasn't it?
And that's wrong. We've never used 4 million gallons. That's not an accurate reading. This most recent one is more what we normally use, 2,151,000.
Aren't they estimating now?
But they're estimating these last 2 bills. So why are they so different? That was my question. None of their estimations matched any numbers of any of our history. So I don't know where they come up with these numbers.
And they won't give us any answers.
No answers. And they refuse to come read their own meter that they own.
I know.
So, yeah, I have a problem with that. Let's see. Next month, I'm going to French Lick for the annual State Board of Accounts School. I'm required to have training credits every year, and this one almost will completely fill my year of training. And then after next month, the AIM Ideas Summit will be October 21 through 23 at French Lick, and that's for town council members. And that's the biggest event of the year for council members. If you guys want to go, let me know, because it sells out every year and the hotels are booked really fast.
And what's that date?
That is October 21st through the 23rd.
Next year.
No, this year.
Deer season.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
This year too.
But
You gotta give him a day of rest.
Yeah.
You gotta give him some time.
It's a huge event. There'll be over 120 companies will be there, which will be the engineers and streets and utility vendors, you know, all the good stuff that we use every day. Lots of classes you can take, things like that. So just let me know if you guys want to go.
And that's, what again, that's,
21st.
no, that's not State Board of Accounts, that was.
Now, this is put on by AIM.
Yeah.
It's,
Thank you.
it's called the AIM Ideas Summit, and all the cities and towns in Indiana attend that.
Is that similar to the one we went to before?
This one's a lot better.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one we went to before was just like to get your feet wet and, you know, just kind of introduce you to what council members do. This one, I mean, they go in deep. They're gonna have guest speakers, you know, they'll have all kinds of stuff.
That's a Tuesday, Wednesday, and a Thursday, and the 21st is the third Tuesday.
It may be worth it to, we could even move the meeting, you know, if we second Tuesday or something like we've done that before. But if we move the meeting, you'll have to let me know, because it's also budget season. And it has to be, the meetings have to be on certain times too. And the street department, you know how we have those potholes at the shopping center? And they are now encroaching onto our road. So I have Josh send him a letter, I think he sent it out last week to fix.
Have you heard anything back from him, or?
Never heard anything. You know, you guys have seen them, they're 6 inches deep now. I mean, they're terrible. So, yeah, once they're starting to damage our property, that's, we can do something about that. Let's see, oh, and the last thing was that the county fair is next week.
When is it, next week?
Yeah, next week. So,
Thank you, Mallory. Fire department report, I guess it's.
Brandon's not here tonight. He's on vacation. We let him go on vacation occasionally. They had 8 EMS calls. They had 1 community paramedic check-in. They had 1 lockout for a car, 1 accident with injury, 1 dispatched and canceled en route. It just didn't say what kind it was. So they had 12 total runs in Darmstadt, and the average response time was 4 minutes and 52 seconds.
Does anybody know what is a lockout for a car?
Couldn't get in their car, they
Locked
locked
themselves
themselves out.
out. And they call
Usually
the
it's an
fire
animal or
department?
kids in the car, that's the only time.
You can call the fire department now to do that?
Yep.
You have to call a locksmith?
If there's a kid or an animal in the car, no, they'll come out and do it.
Do I?
If there's a child or an animal in the
Oh,
car,
I
they'll come
figured
out and
that,
do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, if you just lock your keys in your car, you gotta check your alarm.
Then you gotta call the locksmith.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
that's kind of what I thought, but I kind of wanted to.
Thank you, Crystal.
You're welcome.
Fire, sheriff department.
We did, for June 67 extra patrols, 3 neighborhood checks. We had 3 accidents, 5 traffic stops, 1 site, 3 warnings. Sorry, 1 site, 4 warnings. 4 business checks. We took 4 reports and had 1 arrest for a felony warrant.
Is there an address on that?
It's not yours, Eric.
Yeah, they supposed to be on.
Yeah, I think one family. One had the warrant for 'em.
So you had 5 traffic accidents?
3 traffic accidents, 5 traffic stops.
Where were the
I think it
accidents?
was the 13,403 Darmstadt Road.
All right, thank you. Mr. Department, Cecil.
Yes, sir. Okay, our maintenance guys have had 49 locates and 26 service calls since last meeting. They're still waiting for parts for our tractor. It's been down for some time. Hudson's, said it should be resolved this week. So,
And that's a John Deere?
Yeah, that green machine. Hey, while we're talking about tractors, should we get our tractor back from Mount Vernon and try to sell ourselves?
If you want to, I'm not dealing with it.
There's a lot of rules you're gonna have to go through. It may have to go to auction.
The next step is auction house, and it needs to go from junker to the auction house.
You know, we're not allowed just to set it outside for sale, but there's all
Okay.
kinds of deals.
Okay, it was just a thought.
Yeah. but-
I mean, he's had it for
Good idea.
how long?
My problem is, it's the ethical, we know that machine has serious issues, and I can't with a straight face and put it out here and put a sign on it.
Right.
So I'm gonna advise it.
Unless you put free to go home.
Yeah, we can't do that,
Good.
It was just a thought,
There is a whole municipal site where other cities and towns here in Indiana, buy and sell vehicles. We could
Right, right.
Because I don't think it's gonna sell. He was all hopeful, oh, it'll be here for a couple of weeks. Obviously, that's not happened. No.
So, but we're pushing a year on it.
Yeah, just let it go to auction.
Yeah, somebody would
Okay,
buy it for
moving
this
on.
year.
The guy's been working on potholes and the road edges that's been damaged by semis going through town. We're down to 2 manholes to pipe around or through out of the nearly 20 that we started with. Aaron did not read the mag meters this month, so they're gonna have to, well, they estimated them, sure. I followed up with Alan Franz on our ditch repair out here in front of the pump station and the telephone pole on Hoying Road. And he's gonna have that done by the end of July, weather permitting. I mean, this rain's not gonna help, but he said he'd still try to get that done. So that's pretty much what I've got here. Now, I have got a request from Mick, who is working on road grants for 2026. And the deadline for that is January 1st. And he said that he has to have, or he's requesting that we set aside money for that 25% match for the road grant. Have we done that in the past?
We have money right now sitting because we have not done anything with the roads in years for some
Right.
reason.
Right, we haven't even applied, I guess, in the past for road grants. But now he's working with Amir from downtown. And what he said he needs was, he wants to work on repaving Orchard, the short distance Orchard Road, Old State, and Fleener. That was the ones that was in the next of the list when we did our last repaving. And he said he's gotten some estimates, and he said these people are starting to be reluctant to give him estimates.
Well, I can help
Because-
him with all this. I did all the other grants. He just needs to call Tim Metzger. Tim comes out and gives us
Okay.
the first quote, so we have a ballpark, and then we can actually hire, any contractor we want.
Right, right.
And then all of these will be completely separate projects. It'll be project 1, project 2, project 3 for the 3.
Orchard, Old State, Fleener, whatever.
So they'll each require all their own letters and their own reports,
Okay,
which, I do all that. He just needs to get the numbers.
right. He was saying
The
is
roads,
that Amir suggested that we have set aside money for the repaving of these roads. And he suggested $100,000 because he's got some estimates, I guess, at 400,000 to do all 3.
That sounds about right.
So do we just report that as set aside money for
Yeah.
matching grant?
Yeah, because I'm doing budget now, and
Okay,
your local road and street is, all of that money is repaving.
okay,
Plus I can pull out of general and NVH and CCI.
gotcha.
And they're all sitting pretty healthy because we haven't paved any roads.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So I know he's on a mission right now, working, like I say, he's working with Amir. Amir's been really helpful.
Okay, we need to work with NDOT because that's where the grant comes from.
Right, right. Well, Amir is the one that's kind of guiding.
Yeah,
through this.
he does our pacer ratings and the road
Yes, right.
ratings. And that's all we need to turn into NDOT. And Brandy's our contact with NDOT, who does the
Okay.
grant. And I believe he has till January 31st, but for the spring,
NDOT contact is who?
Randy. Mishler, Mischler. And a lot of times they put on a whole class for people that haven't done it before, and we all go down to Vincennes and sit there and they go over any changes.
Okay.
You know how they do, they change all the regulations every year.
Right, right. Just to keep us on our toes, right?
Yes, right.
Now, before we
Yeah, I'm
move on-
glad he's doing that, that's great.
now, before we move on from that, we want to talk about milling these roads, the ones that need it. I think that's a major issue.
Well, I mean, I don't know if these 3 roads that are earmarked to,
If they need it or not.
whether they need it or not, yeah.
It would be worth it to take a look, because we've got roads that have good pavement, but the shoulders are falling off of it. Right in front of Mallory's is a great example.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Those
just-
ones, the 3 main ones, Darmstadt, Greenville, New Harmony, and St. Joe, they've been repaved so many times.
Right, right.
It's ridiculous.
I know we discussed that last year, and he had a price per foot to mill it down, and it's scary. It's scary what they want a price per foot to mill it
They
down.
did, Orchard Road, west of St. Joe, this last month, 2 months ago. I could call and find out what they paid for that, because it's a pretty small section, like a section we would do.
Right. Well, I mean, I'll mention it to Mick, to pay attention whether or not he thinks it needs to be milled, and we'll go from there.
You've seen those edges,
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, at some point we have to, because we keep putting pavement, it's gonna be taller than people's houses at some point.
I've got pieces of asphalt the size of softballs in my yard now.
And that's,
My mower, if I don't
that's,
go out there and pick up the road out of my yard.
that's hazard in itself. Somebody drops off, and when they come on, they don't correct, and now you got, collision, 50 whatever mile an hour.
I'll have Mick look at it.
Okay, Gary, have
Yeah, with the road edges thing, as I brought up previously, Martin Road, where they're putting all these new power lines, they're just tearing the shit out of the edge of the roads. And supposedly, there's a company that's supposed to fix everything after they come through and do the disaster they've caused for the last 6 months.
Yes.
But
I know
I
Mick-
just want to be sure that the town of Darmstadt isn't on the hook for the damage they're doing to the roads.
Right. Nick took pictures of before,
Yeah, he needs to take some more pictures
and
because
he's
it's getting
taking a
worse.
view of, I guess, some of the spots that they've torn up.
Yeah, they've torn up, it's cracking, pushing away from the road.
Right.
I mean, I just want to be sure the town of Darmstadt isn't on the hook for the cost of fixing this. I mean, it's kind of like the stepchild of Darmstadt. It's not Fleener Road or Darmstadt Road, but
Carol,
What are you trying to say?
What about restriping? I mean, some of the roads, do they need to be restriped? Do we need to get a grant for that? I mean, we kind of need to stay on these roads. I mean, we haven't done anything for
Well,
a while.
we restriped, what, Halloween?
We restriped the whole town
Something last year. I
last
thought.
year.
Yeah, that was about 12,000. Striping is not near as bad as paving. Paving, you definitely need a grant to help out. Striping, we can handle. But yeah. Is there anyone in particular?
No, you just were talking about it, and I just thought, we might as well keep on top of everything, And like, he was talking about having Mick look at if it needed to be milled or not, or whatever and that. I mean, but do you need to have like whatever the paving guy look at it also and take, get his opinion on
think
that?
Same
It's the
company.
paving company that handles the whole deal.
Yeah.
They contract out the milling company.
Yeah.
And they come in and pave it.
Yeah.
And they also contract with the
Okay.
stripers. So you
Okay.
just hire like Metzger Construction and they just take care of it.
Okay.
if we are part of the way through the maintenance department, you still going on that, either, or were we done?
I can come up with some more.
I think we got on the world fairly good. All right, that's it in resident comments. All right.
Yeah, up there at the Y, where we wanna do a little beautification thing or whatever and that, can we go about getting some money to purchase some signs to put up there to redo some of those signs and new signage?
What kind of sign you were talking about?
Well, would like to have uniform to designate the roads, Holding Road and Movement and Harmony Road there. And then, a sign kind of like what is there, with both arrows. And then on down the road back a piece, a sign bigger than what's there that says you need to use your turn signals.
Okay.
Is that about it?
We talked about getting the bigger one for the turn signal.
Yeah,
That one
So I
came
don't
from Kano, and that was the biggest Kano signs had, so we may
what,
custom order a bigger one.
yeah, what do we gotta do about, can we get money for new signs or, that's part of our project, what we wanted to do. Like what's up there now, the two road signs, identification signs, are like totally different.
I guess Mick could actually get the signs.
Yeah, all of that just comes out of the Econo catalog, and road signs are pretty
Yeah.
cheap, like $35.
We just need to get together and find out what
Yeah.
exactly you need, and we'll talk to Mick.
Okay, I
But
didn't
I'm
know if
sure
we had
you'll
to get
have an
some money
opinion of what-
approved for it or what.
What he wants you to put up there. And what legally we can put up.
Yeah, well, we understand that too, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We were just wanting to know about if there's money available to get the new signs.
Yes,
Well, yeah.
they're pretty inexpensive.
Okay.
And it may be nice to change it up to the new higher reflectivity ones on some of those anyway.
Okay. And then speaking of signs, it's kind of funny, I see they do have the stop sign back up at Inglefield, at Ingle and Martin Road, but there is no street signs there. That street sign, I think, is gone. I don't know, it got knocked down.
Someone ran it over last night, I believe.
No, it's
or the
been
night
down,
before.
no, it's been down a couple, 2, 3, maybe 3 days. It's been a while.
That's what I noticed, that I told them about it. So I assumed
Yeah,
we're
and the
on.
stop sign's up temporarily, but I didn't see a street sign. So maybe it got damaged and they had to order a new one, I don't know. The other thing too is up there at the parking lot, 4th of July, I don't know what kind of regulations we've got on fireworks or anything up there, but that parking lot was a disaster. I needed to go to the post office, and I did not even want to drive my vehicle in there. And I guess Andy said that he had permission from the owner to shoot them off. And Kate and I went up there and we were gonna clean it up about after 3, after she closed. And one of his employees was there and then Andy came out and he said as soon as his employees got there, they were gonna clean it up. Well, I went to church Saturday night and at 7:30, there was, I'm gonna assume it might have been Andy's dad and 2 young boys out there with some little brooms trying to clean it up. But the debris had blown across the street to the east and to the north. And I just, I think it should have been, I don't know what we could have done about it or anything, but
Well, it's private property, just as if
Correct.
someone had done it in their driveway.
it was blown out in there.
And that is one of the renters who does it every year.
Yeah. But it was blown in the street and across to the property.
So that would just, you would just really need to talk to that business owner,
Okay,
unfortunately.
okay. And then, so what's the deal on the tractor then? Can't they overnight that part or what? That tractor's been down
This
for
has been
how
going
long?
on for a little bit of time now.
Yeah, I know.
It's,
Well, it's my
and-
understanding it's not down. It can be used for about 45 minutes. at a time.
Right, right.
And
And
then
it's-
it goes into a limp mode or a shutdown.
Right.
So it's still usable.
Yeah.
And it's a sourcing of the part issue and all that.
Right.
So there was multiple troubleshooting steps to get to where they are.
Yeah.
So,
and that part's gonna be in, and the issue resolved this week, according to Hudson.
Cause it's been down for what, like 2 months,
No.
6 weeks?
Not at 100% for about a month.
If you want us to buy a new one, we can, just say it.
Like Ray said, they can still use it. It's difficult to control and they can only use it for a short amount of time and it's basically done.
But can you kind of put the heat on them or something? I mean, the town's looking kind of bad. I mean, how can you get after somebody for not mowing their yard when your town's all growed up?
Well, the green machines break down too, you know?
I know. Probably the reason why the county got rid of it.
Well, you start to see more case red in the fields now instead of John Deere green, I guess.
All right, on to old business. Evansville Water and Sewer Utility Mag meter readings, estimations and calibration update.
I do not have an update. Oh, you okay?
Yeah.
Just look around, say, talk.
That's why Josh went away.
Convenient time.
Yeah, he was working on that.
Yeah, he is working on that, I know of, so you'll probably have to wait until next time we get an update on that, or he could probably follow up, he'll probably follow up.
While you're still on that, means you're doing them manholes, that's probably why that's going down too.
No, I think the reason why it's going down is because they estimated the last 2 months. I mean, before that, we had to, like the highest one we've ever had, like 4 million gallons. And
Every time you close one, that ought to help it, shouldn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. And we gotta use more of the meters that we put on, one well user. And we found out they had toilets leaking, was using 90 some odd thousand gallons of water a month that was going into our sewer system. And I'm sure that's not just an isolated case. There's going to be some other issues that we're going to find out with, how many well users, 50, 55 or so?
Yeah.
Aaron's got 3 more meters on order that we're going to start randomly checking those to help ourselves as well, so.
But they can't get them to read the meter. Right.
Yeah, that's gotta change.
Yeah.
That's gotta change. And they gotta calibrate them, and we know they're not calibrating them correctly, so.
Okay, sewer connection letters to non-connected residents update.
I think we got we got the letter that we used before, what we're going to start. I guess we can go in and change the letter unless we want Josh to change it, where they come in and pick up a list of Vanderbilt County Health Department approved inspectors, which we've got a list of that, and we've got a form that I pulled off of the internet that basically it gives us more information on what we've gotten for the 3 inspections that we've received so far, which was, hey, to whom it may concern, I inspected this and it is functional. This actually calls for the guy's business number and more detail of what he inspected. I want to add that with the letter that we send out next round.
And then include that list in the letter.
Yes.
Yeah, we want to take a look at that before it goes out, so we can all kind of.
But I'll get with Josh when he gets back to change the letter that and I don't think we have to include this in the ordinance.
No, that's separate, so, yeah, but have Josh do it, so.
Right.
it'll Coordinate.
So that's the only thing that I guess we've changed, other than some wording in our ordinance that basically allows us to add the large parcel that is an exemption. And I guess we have to add this inspection in there. And I think that's about it. So, when Josh gets back, I'll tie up all the loose ends with him and send out the next round of letters.
We can do it like in 3 rounds? Is that what you said?
4 rounds.
4 rounds?
4 rounds. Yeah, we're sending out 4. I think first round we sent out 5 letters. Second one, the next round will be all 4, which will give the guys time to, deal with the people rather than sending them all out at one time.
All right. MS four compliance storm drainage update.
We have, I use that lightly. Westler has sent out the letter to IDEM, to Stacy Goodwin. We had a receipt yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
And Stacy's got it, and we're just waiting for her to review it and let us know whether we're gonna get our waiver or not. They put together a pretty convincing letter. If you wanna read it, you're welcome to.
I can look at that.
Yeah, you did. But like I said, I talked to her before, and she said that they have gotten waivers for towns that have way less reason to be not included than what we do. So she felt pretty confident. But then you never know with IDEM, you know. So. But that's out. We're waiting for a reply on that from IDEM.
Okay. The ordinance 2025-3 sewer connection final read and vote.
Yes.
And I don't know what I did with that, but I don't necessarily need to have it in front of me. But
No, here it is, though. I think Cecil said he might change something before we vote on
Yeah, I'd like to, well, there's actually a couple of things we really need to change, and that's, we sent a letter out to all of our residents as far as what they can and cannot flush into our sewer system.
it. I mean, on this particular one, like, do you know the paragraph and the sentence?
I just happen to, yes, I do.
And then we can actually make the change tonight. I think is what Chandler said, so vote on it.
Just gotta find which file I put that in. Oh, here it is, right here. Yeah, it's on the first page, that second paragraph on the letter we sent out. And it clearly says, hey, you can't do that. And it goes on to say, you may be liable for damage to the $2,000 sewer pump.
Okay, so you're talking about a letter. What does that have to do with the ordinance?
I think we need to put that in the ordinance where, hey, if you're flushing,
I mean, we have all that in 1986 ordinance spelled out, are you sure?
I'm not sure it was.
Remember, that 18-page one?
What's in there?
From 1986,
Yeah,
it tells you can't even flush motor oil, it lists everything.
But it doesn't say if you do, you're gonna be responsible for the pump replacement
And the fine.
and additional pump outs.
I believe it does.
are we talking two different things here? This
Yeah.
is saying that you have to hook up. That is saying, once you're hooked up, this is what you're not allowed to do.
Yeah, you're talking about two different things. Steve,
Okay,
right?
all right.
But, yeah, we totally agree with you on the wipes and all that. But that's a different issue than having non-sewer residents connect to sewer.
Okay, so there's only one thing, and I don't know if it's covered in there, is that residents that are currently on field beds, if they're inspected and they're found to not be in working order, they cannot put in a new field bed. At that point, they have to look into our sewer system. And we don't specify that in the ordinance.
So we need that specified.
If their field bed is no longer functional, and they either have to put in a new field bed, which we want to make sure that it spells out that they cannot put in a new field bed, at that point, they have to hook into our sewer system.
It's probably the financial move for them anyways at that point.
Initially, but then long-term.
Well, really, it's gonna cost so much to rip the old field bed out, put a new one in, right? You can just close it off and hook on the sewer.
Right. So yeah, if the wipes and everything is already in the sewer ordinance, but the original one, then we don't have to worry about this other one that I got down here. Okay, that's all I've got. Would like to have added to that.
But like we talked about earlier, I think that's a different issue, and I think we do need to put that somewhere, what we were talking about, charging people for flushing wipes.
Yes.
And I think we talked about that before, the first time's a warning, the second time you're gonna buy a sewer pump.
Well, Is that letter the warning?
Yeah, but that's completely separate from having people connect to the sewer.
Right, it is, but I'm talking about billing them for additional pump outs in less than a 5-year period.
Yeah.
And
You do that, right?
if the wipes or whatever they're flushing, that there should be burn up that pump, it's a $2,000 pump. I think this letter should be a warning. Okay,
Yeah, I totally agree.
okay.
So there, nothing needs to be amended in the ordinance then.
So that one just needs to say if their field bed is
Okay.
not working, then they must connect to sewer. They cannot put in a new field bed,
Existing field beds can be grandfathered in.
as long as they're working.
If they're functional.
Right, they're functioning, existing, but upon failure of that system, they're required to look to the sewer system.
Yes.
Okay, so that'd be paragraph 5 under C exemptions. Is that what you're thinking? Is that what you're wondering?
Yeah, I don't have it in front of me now, but that's,
It's actually kind of the opposite of an exemption. The exemption gives them reason to not be on it. This is the reason that they would have to. That's what Josh was speaking.
are you allowed just to make a note and then Josh can legally write it?
That way we can
His
get the ordinance
terms.
going tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's just make sure what you want it to say
yeah.
clearly on the record, then we'll pass it in accordance with that, and then do it that way. So if you want to restate again what,
If field bed is deemed what, inadequate,
Inadequate, yeah. Non-functional.
non-functional, I like that better. Then resident must connect to municipal sewer.
And not reinstall another field bed,
Yeah.
a replacement field bed.
and that will be added under paragraph C. That'll be added as paragraph C5, I believe.
I'm not exactly sure where I go from here. Do I just ask for a motion to approve this as written?
Yeah, I think that's all the changes, right?
As amended?
Okay, yeah.
As will be amended?
Yes.
Okay, then, do I have a motion to accept Darmstadt ordinance 2025-03 as written with amended to be added at a later date?
I'll make that motion.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. 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 All opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Do we have any new business?
We kind of do. We get smoke testing that we discussed, right? Westler has still not given me a quote for the smoke testing. Probably good reason, because smoke testing is not going to work in our system. Because I've looked at several pump stations where the gravity line, it actually comes in at an upward angle into the pump station, and smoke ain't gonna go down before it goes back up. And a lot of our lines are like that, so it's not gonna do us any good as smoke testing.
You blow smoke, right?
Not blowing smoke. I am not blowing smoke. I wish I was, because that'd be an easy way to find out,
That would be good.
some issues that we have. So that's gonna be taken off the table. Matter of fact, the one that Westler did back in 2012, I'm not sure how they arrived at some of the conclusions that they made. But that's all way under the bridge, so, we're just gonna have to get these meters and, start putting them on different lines and moving it around, see what we can find.
very inefficient, but.
Yeah, I know.
Just have to-
With our system, we don't have a whole lot of choice.
I agree, yeah.
So smoke testing off the table.
I take it.
You take it out and scan it and send it over.
Any other new business? Attorney comments?
No comments from me.
You got it. Board member comments, Crystal?
I don't have anything.
Cecil?
I have nothing.
Great. I have nothing else. Well, if that's the case, then I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second. Meeting adjourned. Thank you all.
Just we need to find out when we can get prepared.
Yeah.